Hey guys, what's up? These are my hot tips for transitioning into a plastic-free lifestyle. This plastic and package and waste-free movements are probably something that you're hearing more and more about, and I get how defeatist one can feel when it comes to environmental crises. It's a really hard habit to break. I think we kind of just sleepwalk through life a lot of the times and we're just in autopilot, and something like buying a coffee on your way to work just doesn't at all seem bad. So 2 reasons why we need to avoid plastic. One for the planet and one for your body, and they really do go hand in hand. Think about the energy resources and like natural gases and petroleum are required to manufacture a piece of plastic. So you reduce your plastic intake to reduce your footprint on the earth. Non-renewable products takes like 1,000 years to break down, right? And what happens when that finally breaks down is the toxins are still there. It's just like a microplastic at that point. And those microplastics are what seep into the earth, and the earth meaning the soil. And what's being carried through the soils eventually gets into our waterways. Our marine life inevitably are consuming these microplastics. So you picture, for example, plankton eating microplastics and then fish eating the plankton that has the microplastics in it. So it's a real no-brainer that it is just this vicious cycle. Once you get into the groove, you kind of have the impetus to just keep researching different things. You go through everyday life, preempting where you can say no to plastic to solve this horrendous plastic crisis. And it's so easy to do. And I have to say, like, you just feel so much better about yourself. You do feel a sense of accomplishment, and it's just a reminder to yourself, you know, having these products in the house just are a constant reminder to you that you are being a good person. Number 1, a BPA-free water bottle. And BPA is a toxin found in plastic. It's one of the many toxins, but probably the most talked about. It's straight up carcinogenic, and it's why you just shouldn't reuse a plastic water bottle, because the toxins leach out over time, and that's something that you're consuming inside your body. So just bad time. This bad boy, stainless steel. You can get it from just about anywhere. Coffee cups and water bottles were like my main problem area. So it's really important to look at your trash and kind of know the source of where it's coming from. Something as simple as this bottle is what opened my eyes to this whole world of alternatives. The second must-have item is a keep cup. The most precious thing in my life. This should just be a household item. I never would have done this like a year or 2 ago because my social anxiety would have been a bit cooked, but if I forget my keep cup at work, I just usually take my mug down to my local. You really need to get into the swing of this thinking pattern of, okay, I forgot my cup, so I'm just gonna have to buy, a coffee cup out. Actually, is there another alternative? Once you learn how easy it is to avoid plastic, you start getting like quite savvy about it. Just one minor tweak to eradicate so much global waste. Number 3, this kind of sounds vain, but stylish green bags. I mean, we've all seen like the red and green situations. You don't need that. I don't know if it's because I'm like fashion inclined or I'm just like a really classic millennial, but I don't know, they felt quite uninspiring even though I knew what they represented. Then when I go like clothes shopping, I often would forget that green bags were an option. Don't ask me why. I just associated green bags with grocery shopping. I might sound like a complete dick saying that, but someone watching might resonate with this. I think it's super important to find, bags that are like almost personalized to you, or that will match your outfit, or don't particularly look like an eco-friendly bag. So next time you go to the mall with the gals, take your eco-friendly, really fucking cool tote bags that you want to be seen with, and you will say no to so much plastic. Green bags for groceries. You've got lunch bags that you can take to work. And if you have kids that you make lunches for, they can take to school. My Pinterest board has a bunch of different brands and different designs. Number 4, target takeaway places. Say no to the bags of cutlery and sometimes say no to the Tupperware containers. If I forgot my lunch one day at work, I grab a bowl from the work kitchen and I go and get my salad in that. If I want to sit outside, I'll take a fork from the office as well. And if you're at a takeaway restaurant and you're just going straight home, double check the bag. Have they given you serviettes and cutlery that you don't actually need? Start paying attention to that stuff. Numero 5. Keep your jars. I have stopped buying more Tupperware for my house, which as an Italian is a really big deal. In replacement of all that plastic, I have like 2 massive cupboards in my kitchen that just have jars. I've started to make jar salads. I put my soups in here. I'm so obsessed. It's not because it looks cute. It's like glassware in your house is seriously like little gold nuggets. So just start storing your food and transporting your food in glass rather than plastic. And again, the more jars you collect, you're gonna make it so accessible for yourself to switch to glass. Number 6, educate yourself on going package free. In terms of face and body, Lush is honestly the MVP. They have pioneered and really redefined recycling and sustainability and no waste. Start doing more research around what brands like Lush are out there who really are doing well for the planet. And then in terms of food, start buying in bulk, right? That's like the best way to avoid packaging. And really start just paying more attention when you're in the shop. So I like going out of my way to avoid plastic, and yet I would just buy a cauliflower half. And I realized the other day that cauliflower halves obviously come like mummified in cling wrap. And I thought, well, why don't I just buy the whole naked cauliflower? I eat a lot of cauliflower. And that's what I'm saying about just being an autopilot, is you can care, but you can also make mistakes. Do you need like pre-cut stuff that is all cling wrapped with like a styrofoam tray, or can you just buy it in whole and just cut it yourself? Finding like a local market, like a farmer's market, a fresh produce market, or a Whole Foods market is also the best way, because they straight up just don't have plastic. Which leads me to my current obsession, these Appetito bags, which I've already vlogged about, but I can't stop, won't stop. They come in a pack of 8, they're drawstring, they're machine washable. I weigh my nuts and my seeds and my dates, any dried fruit, and any little bits, like if you're buying, Brussels sprouts or green beans. For my little things, I still couldn't avoid those little flimsy plastic bags, but I will link these down below. They are seriously like the best things. And I have a pack in my handbag, and I have a pack in my work desk, and I have a pack in my kitchen. Number 7 is learning how to DIY. This stands for beauty products, cosmetic products, and food as well. So the main things that I'm learning at the moment is how to make my own toothpaste using coconut oil. So at the start of the year, when I looked at my trash, I was really trying to work out where most of it comes from, and I had just been throwing out so many milk cartons. I just taught myself how to make my own hemp milk. And it's a 3-ingredient, basically 1-step process that has me avoiding throwing out milk carton after milk carton after milk carton. And then, that trickles down into how to mix your own floor cleaner with essential oils, how to get rid of mold using essential oils. If you're educated on how to make things yourself, you're just going to avoid so much waste. Number 8, bamboo toothbrush for the win. God bless my local Coles for now having these on the shelves. I was like so taken aback by that. This is a tough one for me, in that it took me so long to realize that I kept purchasing plastic toothbrushes. Number 9 is a habit rather than a product, and it is to duplicate your items. I'm really big on having my office sort of set up in the same way as my home, so that's why I have a duplicate of keep cups, I have a duplicate of BPA-free water bottles, I have 2 nests of green bags, I have 3 Appetito packs. I have a drawer pretty much full of glass jars at the office as well as I do at home. I mean, triplicate even, don't even duplicate. When I had a car, I pretty much had like 3 lots going of everything. The biggest piece of advice that I have is surrounding yourself with these products and surrounding yourself then with constant reminders. These things are just symbolic to the fact that you're taking care of the planet and also taking care of yourself. Don't just put your green bags in, what would be like a plastic bag drawer. I keep mine right above the fridge, and I also have some hanging up near my door, sort of on display. And the best way to get yourself in those habits is making everything so accessible to you so you just don't have to overthink it. I think the office is the first place to start because it most likely is your second home. And then, your car, your partner's house. Just start thinking about where you can plant these little things. Number 10 is gift giving. I'm really big on this one without sounding like Miss Universe. I think you are just spreading so much joy and love and positivity. It's, really the best way that we can campaign against plastic, and it's the best way that you can spread your message. I really love, when I can, gifting someone with a really nice keep cup or a really stylish eco-friendly bag or a really nice water bottle that is personalized to them in some way or another. And these are items that people are going to have pretty much for their whole lives. And it's just influencing people in your immediate circle to take on board these habits. And before you know it, it's a global movement, because that's how these things happen. If you feel like this video has taught you something or inspired you in some way, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. I will link all my favorite websites, brands, and products below. It's just such a beautiful lifestyle change that you can make. And I promise you will not look back. I promise it will get easier.